All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. Click it, you'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Seti DVD lectures, T-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like it. Love it. 25% off selected items at this time. Shop and save, save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 2,500 videos. Nothing but that fire, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Too Raw for YouTube, The Making of the White Man, Occult, Alchemy, Metaphysical, Egyptian Mystery System. We got Sacred Language, Decodification. We got the Naga Science, the Serpentine Science, Ancient Egypt, Ethiopia, India, Old Mecca, all religions exposed, Black economics, education. The list goes on and on. We got hand-picked documentaries and lectures from the Grandmaster teachers also. There's not another website on the planet that could compare, compete, become a member today. That's right. Everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon, dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon. We got that work tonight. We got over 500 more like 600 exclusive videos on the site waiting on you when you become a patron. We got a fire one tonight. We're going to be dealing with Andromeda, the Ethiopian princess Andromeda, the matriarch, mother of the Persian race. We got to deal with it tonight. An untold story going to blow your mind. So get on over there and be present. Everybody know King Seti on Rumble. Make sure you subscribe to all the family out there. Donate to the general. I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate, link there on the screen, in the chat, in the video description. Click it, donate. I thank you. I appreciate you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Here we go. Ukraine guilty. AIDS Islamic terrorists in Mali. 130 Russian mercenaries and Malian soldiers ambushed. Okay. Let me say that again. Ukraine guilty. So you think, they over there. And so you already know. Yeah. The United States is behind that also. We just got to know that you would strike that far away and you over there in a death battle with Russia and you take the time to go into Africa and aid Islamic terrorists to ambush Russian mercenaries. But listen, let me tell y'all something. I told y'all a long time ago that Africa need to stay out of that shit over there. Ukraine, China, any of that. It's one thing to, have, where you trade and, but getting into these, these eternal beefs, between these nations that, it's been going on for the last 100 years, 150 years, and all of a sudden you want to want to stick your goddamn nose in it. South Africa is another one. You see, and I told y'all, didn't I tell you? I say that eventually that they're gonna be targets. Okay, they're gonna become targets by one nation or the other. Okay, they're gonna become targets by one nation or the other, whether it's Russia, whether it's the United States, whether it's China, whoever it is. And so this Zelensky, from my understanding, he provided intel on, I guess, where they were located. Now, how would they do that? Unless they got either they got uh intelligent. You got your intelligence community that's in there. You see, receiving information. You know what I'm saying? You got your agents in there, or the United States is providing them with that information. It's just no other way that how in the hell is Ukraine that far away from home and able, you understand, to pinpoint attacks and shit without some help from either the United States, France, you see, France, because you already know France over there, you see, and so they upset, United States upset, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, all those, nations that are, coming into an alliance, and they mad because they kicking their ass out of there, and Russia is supporting, wants to support them, but that come with a price. You see, that come with a price. Mali is over there. They using, if you fuck with Russia, and they saying it's a green light on Russia, and then you want to all of a sudden become an ally. You see, you want to all of a sudden become a good friend. Well, you goddamn it, you inherit Russia's beef, and that's what's happening. Mali is, and so uh they were able to get in there, and that just show you, how they is. Like they just, you got the Islamic jihadists. Now I don't know exactly which one it was, but you got ISIS and you got Al Qaeda in that area. You see, you got the ISIS and you got the Al Qaeda in that area. So I don't know exactly which one that they, but they provided them with information in the way that they spoke. Not only did they provide them with information, they very well may have provided them with some artillery. I'm not sure, but they very well may have provided them with some artillery, you know. And so yeah, now the war is what, and that remind me of that movie. And people say it wasn't, it wasn't that good of a movie, but it was called the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I didn't think it was all that bad, but a lot of people say it was a bust. But a lot of movies be like that, and then later on they become cult classics and shit. And I remember, what was his name? Quartermain. I forget what's his name, his first name, Quartermain, and that was played by Sean Connery. And they tried to say that was his last movie, and that was the movie that stuck a fork in his career. Quartermain, but what was his name? Quartermain. There it is, right there. Alan Quartermain. That's what's his name. Alan Quartermain. Alan Quarterman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. His name, nah. I was just looking down. Nah, his name was, and if you watch that movie, see, they knew that in the beginning of the movie they was trying to incite a global war. You see, and what they did, they was trying to uh create this league of the best, the best, I guess they were. I'm not gonna say because they was superheroes, but they wasn't really. You had vampires, and some of them was vampire. One motherfucker, was invisible and shit. But when they went to get Alan Quarterman, he was in Africa. You see, he was in Africa, and and he didn't want to go. He say, "Fuck that! I ain't got nothing to do with that." And then he say, "Africa," because he was in Africa. He say, "Africa is my home," and he say, and all when he said a goddamn one of his houses blew up, boom, and fire was everywhere, and he said, "You know what? The war has come to Africa. You don't want to go. You don't want to go help me fight this war. Now the war has come to you. You see, now the war has come to you." And so now it looks the same way where, Africa, it didn't seem like they were involved in none of this shit. They should not have gotten involved with Russia. They shouldn't have. But I understand, it's almost a catch-22 because, you want artillery. You want something to get these French motherfuckers up off of you. I know. It's a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? They want the firepower. Yeah, they want some artillery. You see what I'm saying? To fight the French. And so they gonna deal with Russia. You see, they gonna, China don't really want to China don't want to get down like that. They'll loan you a couple dollars, but they don't really want to beef. You know what I'm saying? They don't really want to beef like that because they don't have the kind of navy or that can, that can put places power or, anywhere in the world. They ain't built like that. I'm tired of people saying that, and they not. You see what I'm saying? So they not gonna get in no type of beef that they can't support, have the type of support that it need, to continue or to engage in a battle overseas like that. So, but yeah, they didn't but Ukraine, and the only way Ukraine could do that is with the French, with NATO. They use, with NATO and again, the French, the British. You understand what I'm saying? The United States. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that's all that. But I told you, yeah, I told you. Many motherfuckers, y'all can go down, and I was telling motherfuckers, I say Ukraine and people was saying, "Oh, Ukraine," and I'm not saying that, but hey, it's war. You understand? I told the motherfuckers, I say, leave that shit alone. Don't take no side. Ain't nothing wrong with trading with a motherfucker, but when you start militarily aligning yourself, you gonna become a target. And that's exactly. And so Wagner, which was that mercenary group from Russia, what is in Mali. I guess they trying to help them secure Mali, I guess from factions on the outside, because you got that African coalition over there, West African coalition, and they was putting pressure on them, threatening Mali and them that they were gonna come in there, threatening Niger. I believe Niger. They was threatening Niger that they were gonna come up in there, and they say, "Fuck it, we need some help." And so they, but that's the devil. That's when the devil come with that goddamn contract, and motherfuckers sign on it. And when you sign on it, you sign up for everything, the beefing and every goddamn thing else. And so South Africa better look at that. They better look at that. You see, they keep talking this shit. They was letting Russian ships and shit go down to South Africa. Didn't I tell you that? Let them keep selling down there. Keep, any of them goddamn. So they letting them know, and that's crazy. They letting them know if you keep letting you let the Russians sail in, and you know what I'm saying. They're gonna fuck around and they're gonna do something. You understand? They're gonna be down in South Africa and some shit gonna pop off down there, and it's been foretold, but it just show you it's crazy how the fuck Ukraine is in a death match with Russia and it still has the ability to influence, battles on the ground in Africa. That's the United States. That's France. You know what I'm saying? That's Britain. You understand what kind of capabilities? Unless they got intelligence agents on the ground. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Unless you got some intelligent, and I don't know, and I guess because maybe they got a few for an area like that where they know that is some heavy some heavy presence of Russian soldiers, like because it's been a widely broadcasted fact that Russia Wagner is in Mali in that area, and securing, I believe, mines and areas where they got resources and shit. So I think they very well may be helping to guard some of them mines over there and whatnot. And so, yeah, so wherever they see the Russians and they see Wagner, they're going to consider that as a threat. And ain't no telling, if Russia won't be asking, Mali or Niger or Burkina Faso to lend some soldiers and shit. I don't know. Has that been happening? We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, the United States propped them up. you know but we have to see if Mali, if Niger, if Burkina Faso is willing to lend soldiers to the fight. We know Iran has loaned Russia drones. They loan Russia drones. From my understanding, they saying North Korea has loaned Russia missiles and things of that nature. They running out. They running low. They running low. So, but from my understanding, there was I believe 82. I believe it was 82 Russian mercenaries and something like 42 Malian soldiers was ambushed. And so they knew exactly where, it was going down. So they had some intel. And so, they share intel. That's how them, NATO, United States, Britain, they going to share intel. And if they turning the heat up on their ass. And so wherever their ass is at in the world, you a target. So to our African brothers and sisters up there, when you side with one, you go against the other. And they ain't gonna take that lightly, not in this world. Not today. They talking about how Russia is all throughout Europe. They didn't send ghost soldiers. You see, they all, just one soldier, motherfucker go in certain countries, set bombs up, blow that shit up. So it really, they own some shit. So as they going into Russia. Yeah, they're going into Russia. Is like the beginning of World War III. Because there's a lot of shit that they not talking about. Like these ghost soldiers that is from Russia that's in Europe, setting off bombs and shit. I got to watch that. And so now you got them, now they in Russia. You got Ukraine in Russia. And, they escalating this shit. They talking about American soldiers that's on the island of Taiwan, in which, in the treaty between the United States and China, that it's not supposed to be permanent bases. And see, I'm listening to them, and when they say, they call some of the top generals and commanders to the, I believe, to the Senate and they questioned them because information had been leaked that they were yeah, they it was leaked that, United States might have soldiers on the island of Taiwan already. And so they questioned the general, and all he said is there's no permanent basis. So whether they're temporary bases or if there are soldiers on the island or not, that, how they talk around the damn issue. So it very well may be soldiers on the island of Taiwan. It very well may be, in which we already know, some form of soldiers, American soldiers in Ukraine. You see, it may be unofficial, but they very well may already be in there, okay? To whatever capacity. They might not necessarily be a part of the fight, but they most definitely a part of the training and the logistics of the shit. They probably in there, fully committed to do whatever they got to do to make sure that Ukraine win the war. You see, and Russia on the other end is sending ghost soldiers all throughout Europe into certain and setting off bombs and shit. Yeah, so yeah, they doing some crazy shit. So you got to be, you got to keep your eyes open. And I'm gonna talk about this shit that Biden had been, that with his old ass, how he had been having tests, mock World War III I forget what they call that, where, they go through the process. You know what I'm saying? They go through the process of World War games. Yeah. War games where they fighting Russia, China, and North Korea at one time. You see? Yeah. They listen. They talking about fighting all they ass at one time. I'm trying to tell you, they ain't playing, man. They saying they don't give a fuck. They'll fight all three of them at one time. And, even though each time that it came, it was a no-win situation as they went through the war games. It was a no-win situation every time, but they kept going through how could they win, and every time the world was destroyed. And so that should tell them something. So, family, yes, Ukraine is now waging war in Africa. Yes, Ukraine is waging war in Africa against African allies of Russia. Motherfuckers better wake up. Motherfuckers better wake up. All right, family, this is General Sarasun Seti. I'm thanking you for coming out. We got some more. Stay tuned. Don't you go nowhere. We got some fire for your family. This is General Sarasun Seti. Hit up some of them links. Support the general. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.